You've seen my goat get gotten?
I've seen your goat get gotten before, and it is not pretty.
Google right now, everyone listening, Big Sean's penis.
Oh, good day, governor. Ready to dump it in me cum dumpster.
My dad had a plethora of fingerless friends.
A quick haiku about the Dapper Dads. Full government name. Chirp, 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 chirp. Picture a bubbling brook in the background. Listen to the show on days.
This fucking sucks.
Full government name.
All right, great. That was just fucking great. Wow, no one turned that off. Imagine that being the first time you tune into this.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, this is horrible. Do they just say broken haikus all the time?
No, we just say
Welcome,
broken
folks.
things about broken people all the time.
Episode 89.
Getting up into the
best,
big boys.
The best sexual position.
If you're not 89ing a woman, get out of our face.
Yeah, what are you, a kid?
Yeah, what are you, a teenager?
Yeah. Why don't you fucking grow up and 89 a woman?
Why don't you
89 and 89-year-old woman?
89 and 89-year-old and get back to us. And once you do, go to www.dapperdadspodcast.com where you can let us know anonymously how 89ing an 89-year-old went. We know you don't want to admit it, but feel free to.
Anonymously submit the oldest person you've had sex with.
Do that. Yeah, let us know.
For real, don't be like 110. We fucked her to death.
We'll find you and fuck you to death. Don't think we
We'll
won't.
find that 110-year-old and we'll press charges.
Yeah, we will
on
press charges on her against
what a
you.
monster.
We're going to press charges on both of you. You specifically for wasting our time.
Yeah. So tell us, like,
and the old
realistically.
lady for getting lippy with us.
Tell us realistically.
Realistically, the oldest person you've fucked.
And don't say it was me, because you don't know my age, and I refuse to have sex with
Only
any of
I
you.
may know drama's true age.
Yes. Every birthday. John from Garfield fame once was sick on his birthday, so he doesn't count that year. How do you feel about that? You think if you're sick on your birthday, you just skip that one?
Does that mean I can be like 21 again?
You've been sick on that many birthdays?
Well,
You've been
one
sick
birthday,
on 14 birthdays.
One birthday, I was the heart thing.
That wasn't sick. No,
that was
I'm
sick.
talking like a common cold, not an uncommon heart failure.
I mean, my last birthday, I had pneumonia.
Yeah, but you were being a bitch about it.
That's crazy. That's a statement that exists.
We've all had pneumonia, and you got to power through it.
I did power through
and
it.
stop telling Slim to slow down. He got on this train, and it doesn't stop.
Yeah, true. Everyone keeps telling me to slow down when I get sick, but they don't love me like you do.
Yeah, because I've just been sick for months.
You've just been sick your entire life, for my
Little
understanding.
bit. Yeah, that's part of this rock and roll lifestyle, baby.
Baby.
Email dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know if you're sick on your birthday. Does it count?
We think it does.
Yeah, I guess it does.
I absolutely
I don't know if
think
I've ever
it does.
been sick on my birthday. Probably, I'd imagine so. In 52 years.
It sounds like it'd be
one
like a
of them's
rap
been-
song from the mid-2000s, sick on my birthday.
That sounds like a horrible rap song.
Yeah, it'd be awful.
I've been sick on vacation because God hates me.
Yeah.
4027 Dapper. That's 402-732-7737. Scream at us.
We get pictures. We get texts. We get voicemails. So call and scream.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a voicemail in a bit. So
No,
leave a
you guys
voicemail.
are really holding out on us. We want to hear your voices. You know, we fucking love our fans. People forget how much we
have
fucking
to hear
love
our
you.
own voices, and we hate that.
Yeah, we
and your
would
voice
love.
isn't as
I
bad.
would love to not hear Drama's voice so much. So if you would like to call into the show and leave a voicemail so that we can play and hear someone else's voice, I may get a little bit less murdery in my everyday life.
Yep. And your voice isn't as bad as you think it is. Believe us.
Believe us. We love your tender, docile tones in our ears.
Follow us on Twitter @DapperDads, where we make words jumble together in erotic settings.
They're very erotic.
How about that? Follow us on Instagram @DapperDadsPodcast, where we post pictures that aren't erotic because they say that's a no-go.
They say
Free
it is
the
a
nipples.
no-go.
Free
Free
the
all the
nipples.
nipples. If man
It's
nipples
just a
are allowed,
nipple.
lady nipples should be allowed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. What if I Photoshop a man nipple on a big boob?
Yeah. What if you Photoshop man
Come
nipples
get
on the
me,
lady
Instagram.
breast? Yeah.
You know I have folders of man nipples on lady boobs. It's all that really
It's all
does
on
it
deck.
for me
You're just
anymore.
waiting for an excuse to bust the
just
folders.
need
You're just itching for some gasoline to light
God,
that fire.
I could do them on the hour, every hour for 3 weeks, and then I'm
That
out.
folder is a matchbox house. All you need is someone's gasoline to light it up.
That folder is called Matchbox 20 Hits because no one goes to it.
Except to see if that
3 a.m. and I'm lonely. That's the song I was trying to think of several episodes ago.
When we were talking about Rob Thomas?
Yeah. We're always talking about Rob Thomas off mic.
I mean, off mic, Rob Thomas is the guy we worship. Rob, get at us.
Rob, get your shit together, man.
Get your shit together and get at us, man.
We don't want Solo Thomas. We need Matchbox 20.
I know. We just need a tour of 3 straight hours of smooth.
The Smooth Tour 2020.
Dun, 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 dun. Can you imagine being in that for
oh my god,
the longest 3 hours of smooth?
I can't tell where one smooth ends and another
it's a 3-hour non-stop version of smooth. Can you imagine a 3-hour jam band version of smooth?
I think about it every day.
I would pay at least $70 a ticket to go see that if it was performed by a Rob Thomas Santana duo while they are tripping balls the whole time.
And it's actually them.
Yeah,
Santana healthy. He doesn't seem
debatable.
Healthy. How old is he?
Old.
72?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
No way.
Get it together,
San, come on, man. Carlos
we need more smooth.
Come on, Carlos Van Santana.
Why don't you give us Smooth 2020, the song?
Why don't you give us Smooth 2?
Yeah, Smooth 2 2020 remix.
Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah, it has more dun. It just has more dun dun. Dun 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 dun. You're like, whoa! Yeah, Little Pump is loosely involved. Little Pump signed on, but he hasn't fully committed. He has many problems that we gotta work through.
Like the ocean under the moon, and it's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the
Rob Thomas is such a.
Oh my
He's
God,
like
Ronnie, you got the
oh my
type
God,
of
Rob
loving. Oh my God, Carlo.
Rob Thomas is like, you know what I mean? Like mysterious, handsome. You know what I mean?
No, I think he's just a plain white guy.
He's a little rugged and he's been through some problems. That's everything.
Has he?
Yeah.
What has Rob Thomas been through?
His mom died of cancer and he wrote a song about it.
Lots of people
and it got
have moms
popular,
that die
so
from
he has to
cancer.
play that song all the time. You ever think about that?
Yeah, well, Clapton wrote a song about his kid that he let
pushed
die.
his kid out.
Yeah, he let his kid die.
We all know.
We all know
I was
Clapton
there.
is a horrible father.
I recently found out that kid's name and it made it more real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt bad about all the things I've said about that small child.
Why have you said things about the child?
It comes up a lot.
I've said things about
conversation.
Eric Clapton being a piece of shit, but what? Not the
Cocaine.
child.
Yeah, the kid wasn't a piece of shit, but that comes
why
up
do you feel? What makes you feel bad about what you've said about the kid?
because they bring it up a lot in conversations.
Just because it's brought up doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, it's people should be aware.
You haven't heard the things I've said.
What have you said
about Windows? I'm not going to say it on here.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm not going to say
Come
it
on,
on
get
here.
into it just a little. Give
Little
Daddy
Clapton,
a
R.I.P..
taste. Give Daddy a taste.
Heaven got another angel. Follow us on
baby angel.
the internet at www.patreon.com/dapperdads, where things are
Weird
happening over
things
there.
happened.
We're trying
before
some things
this
out.
We tried some things.
We haven't gotten the feedback on it yet.
It's bad.
But I'm guessing
It's weird.
We're gonna need new Patreon subscribers because I'm guessing we lost a couple with what we've just done.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that, I don't even know what to even call it.
Nope.
It's weird. It's gross. And you can get it for $5 a month. So go over to the Patreon.
There's still the regular bonus episode. We're trying to branch out into more fun content, but I think we missed the fun train and got on a weird boxcar with a hobo that's gonna stab you.
Kind of like Tom Waits, if Tom Waits was a scarecrow.
Yeah, kind of like Tom Clancy.
Kind of like Tom and Jerry, if Tom was an alien and Jerry was a predator.
It's like Tom and Jerry if Tom walked in on Jerry autoerotic asphyxiation.
It's like
it turned him on.
It's like Jerry Seinfeld, except it's got an episode of David Carradine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something in that ballpark.
Yeah, it's close to it at least.
It's close. So if that paints a picture, you're gonna be shocked at what we've done. You're not prepared because we weren't prepared.
No.
Sometimes I have ideas and
they're
I can't
not
always
good.
say they're great.
No.
Yeah. And that's the problem with creating so much content.
Sometimes we have ideas and they're good, and sometimes we have ideas and they're bad.
All of them bad?
All of them bad. All of them bad.
So go on the fucking Patreon, do the thing. Leave us a fucking 5-star reviews, 5-star ratings with reviews on Apple Podcasts or iTunes. There's still a super secret bonus episode that not many people have taken advantage of.
No,
it is real. If you've left a review, you can get it. Contact us. We'll go over it. It's tricky, but fucking leave us reviews. We need that shit, and we get like a group, and then we get a long drought, and then we get some more, and then just fucking do it.
But we have free things to give you for when you do that for us. We want to keep giving you.
And if if you don't have a fucking iPhone, you can leave it on iTunes. It's the same thing.
Just go to iTunes
and get an iPhone. Honestly, it's
it's
crazy. Or take someone's iPhone. There's so many iPhones.
Everyone has
Take
an
everyone's iPhone that you meet and just pop a quick 5 stars with a review and just type in they have luscious penises. Something along those lines.
Anything.
Yeah, anything, but specifically, please.
Yeah.
The luscious penises.
But please, someone please say that.
Someone please our luscious penises.
Someone please my penis.
Yeah, mine's disgruntled.
Mine must be pleased.
On the way here, I had to make a withdrawal from the ATM, and I want to run this by you because it's something that I get sent into what some could claim as a murderous rage from time to time. But there's a few.
Don't know if I'd describe you as that. That's outlandish.
There's a few things that really get my goat, and this is a little rant I'm about to go on.
I've seen your goat get gotten.
You've seen my goat get gotten?
I've seen your goat get gotten before, and it is not pretty.
People don't want it, so stop trying to get my goat. Leave my goat alone.
Leave it alone.
You think
please.
I'm stressed out? You should meet my goat.
As his brother, I cannot stress this enough. Stop trying to steal his goat. It is stressful dealing with him when you try to steal his goat.
Yeah, it's all I really have in this world is my goat.
Yeah.
Its name is Charlie.
We love Charlie.
Yeah. Someone tried to cut its head
Draw
off.
me one more bucket of foam, Charlie.
So I'm trying to make a withdrawal from the automated teller
Bank of
machine.
Charlie.
Yeah, the Bank of Charlie. I was trying to get more. I was trying to get some goat milk from my goat.
Come on, Charlie.
So you pull up to an ATM drive-through. There's 2 ATMs. You don't know who got there first. What do?
I know where this conversation's going.
Everyone should.
What I do is I do the correct thing, which is wait to see which I hang back to see which one opens up first, and then I take the one that opens up first.
Because you're in a
But
line.
what I'm going to go ahead and take a well-educated guess in, because this also grinds my gears, is you were sitting there waiting, and a gentleman came and just swerved around you and got into the lane in front of you.
Well, yeah. I was sitting back right in the middle. Clearly, obviously, I'm waiting. This is the way this works. There's no other acceptable option.
No, there isn't. This
And
isn't
this
like
car-
a sit up or stand down. This is the only acceptable option.
This car pulls up behind me, and then I see them slightly moving, and I'm like, you're not going to do that. I'll swerve my fucking car into you. And then they just very carefully just do it. And so I'm just laying on the horn while they pull up. And then, of course, because I'm hoping that they bet on the wrong one. I was going to roll the window down and be like, that's why you fucking wait your turn. But no, they got the right one. As immediately that guy, I think, because I was also honking a bunch, that guy hurried up. Then I get this dipshit because I was like, I'm going to pull up to the ATM. I'm going to roll my window down and I'm going to start screaming at this fucking person who ended up being a woman that looked 90 years old.
Great.
So I'm like, yeah, of course you're doing this because old people are assholes and nobody talks about it enough.
No one talks about it. They just
your
let them do
elders,
whatever. No,
but then
fuck
they get
them.
to
Respect
fucking-
me, god damn it. I work with so many elderly people coming into where I work. It blows my mind how much they will bitch and cry about everything. And they want to talk about kids being snowflakes and shit. They can go fuck themselves. Because have you ever tried to get an old person to do something outside of the norm? Have you ever tried to get an old person to do something outside of what they expected that they wanted to do?
The world's changing too
They will
fast
throw
around
a
you, Grandma.
tantrum at you. Oh my god.
out of
I
here.
have seen more elderly people throw tantrums than I have children in my line of work. And it is insane to me that children can act better than old people in public. I think we need to get the Logan's Run thing back, and we need to start putting people down by a certain age.
People out of here.
We just got to put them on an
can't be out here
island.
driving.
I'm not racist. I am not bigoted, but we need to get
Old people?
elderly people on an island where they can just be angry and
you know
bitter
what?
and die.
You can turn on Matlock.
Yeah,
you can give
you can
them
do whatever
some
the fuck you
soft
want.
foods that they eat at 3 p.m. You'll probably be happy. We
Here's
won't
what
be
I'm
out
gonna
here
say.
shaking things
You got to
up.
be on the island by the time you're 50.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. That's fair,
I don't
right?
give a fuck.
Like once, because I feel
Fuck,
like
I
once
gotta
you
go on the island.
you should have been on the island a long time
Don't worry,
ago,
I'm gonna
Grandma.
wipe out the island.
Good. Go kill everyone on the island with
you
your
just come
youth
back
and your vigor.
Covered in blood, I've become a cannibal. Obviously.
No, I pull up to the
But
island.
there's food available, but I've become a cannibal.
Yeah, they have a full catered
old
buffet.
people flesh, incredible.
I pull up to
You
the
could taste
island
the
on a
years.
boat. I'm like all like scruffy.
You pull
and
up on a
beautiful.
car.
My Lamborghini with the my Lamborghini Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so thirsty. I'm in that 2-seat Lambo with yo girl. She trying to jerk me.
I hate hearing that in the club because I always
do that like an idiot. Yeah.
It also always sounds like he's saying my juicy
Lambo, and I thought it was juicy for so long.
Of course it's juicy. He's getting jerked.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in that juicy Lambo with your girl. She trying to jerk me.
Big Sean is politely declining because he had Jenny Aiko,
which he should have not cheated on. Can we talk about that?
She got him tattooed.
Yeah, she's not a moron. He's a moron.
Dick.
Yeah, apparently he's got a gigantic
guess you can.
penis.
I've seen it. There's pictures online. Google right now, everyone listening. Big Sean's
We're talking
penis.
directly to you. This is another moment where we break the fourth wall. Hi.
And,
how are you?
hi.
You doing good today?
Well, no matter how you're feeling, go look at Big Sean's dick and you're going to feel something.
We're talking specifically to you.
I pulled it up on a TV to show someone one time, and that got even crazier.
Slim is talking to you right now. Go pull up Big Sean's penis on a TV for somebody because it will be brazy.
Yeah, it's going to change your life. But yeah, you pull up to the island in your juicy Lamborghini that Big Sean is nutted all over, and I'm there covered in elderly blood.
And
what do you do?
I'm picturing more of like, did you ever see The Lords of Salem, the Rob Zombie movie? Okay, well, there's a scene at the very end where
he shows his wife's ass.
Of course, yeah, you could see all kinds of naked Sherry Moon zombie, baby. Because that's what I would do if I was a man of influence. If I was a gross man of influence, I would make sure the world saw my wife's ass.
When I was at Universal, I thought I saw Rob Zombie, but he was wearing a Rob Zombie shirt, but he had sunglasses on, and top hat, long nasty dread hair of sorts. And he was shorter. And the only thing that made me think it wasn't him is because he was wearing his own T-shirt. He was wearing the Marilyn Manson I keep wanting to say Rob Thomas. You know, the Marilyn Manson Rob Thomas tour.
That could be something for both of us.
They play smooth. Marilyn comes out in his smooth body. That smooth.
He's doing that weird low voice thing he does. He's like, "'Cause it's so smooth."
I only have the one voice, and it's Ray Barone.
Yeah, and it's sad and scary.
It's Ray Barone.
Now I'm picturing Ray Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
and it's hey
with Rob Thomas.
What do you say? Something beautiful or something free?
Yeah, I can't wait
the beautiful Robert, the beautiful Deborahs, the beautiful Deborahs, the beautiful Deborahs.
I have been so emotionally scarred by that song and the things my dad
The Beautiful
would do.
People.
Yeah, my dad was a big I keep wanting to say Rob Thomas.
Stop saying.
My dad was a huge Rob Thomas fan.
I think you're a huge Rob Thomas fan, and you just keep bleeding into your personal life like this. Yeah, that is a weird way to describe Rob Thomas. I just want to say.
Well, what is he up to all the time?
I don't know, because I don't give a shit.
Mysterious.
No, I just don't give a shit. I don't know what my dad's up to because I don't give a shit. It's not mysterious. I just don't give a shit.
I know what your dad's up to.
Of course you do, you homoerotic man who loves my dad.
Your dad's got me up too.
Oh.
Give it to me, baby. So you pull up to the island in your juicy Lambo that, again, Big Sean has nutted all over.
And I am standing on the hood of this thing very a la Miami Vice, like chest hair, medallion, scruffy, feathered hair, aviator sunglasses I pull off, and I'm like, my God. It is just you naked and bloody on top of a pile of, like, a mountain of naked and bloody seniors, and you are just, like, flexing at the top like Charles Atlas, just, like, fucking muscles.
Tan and
just
muscular.
tan and bloody, and I can't even see the tan underneath all the blood. You're at, like, a Mandy level
shining
of blood.
Cock.
Oh, God. Yeah, just a titanium shining cock. Just so it's blinding me because it's like the sun's hitting
you
it.
crashed the Lambo.
Like, fuck.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. I like to think you pull up to that, but no old people are dead. They're all just doing their thing, and I'm still covered in blood. And no one knows whose blood it is.
What's going on? They're like, can you get him out of here? And I'm just like, my.
It's very distracting. We were told we'd be put on the island to avoid things like this. Are you the complaint department? We all have several complaints.
And I'm like, oh, my hand just disappears into a sea of old people. Yeah. You're the manager around here. You look like a young guy like you. Get over here.
You know, back in my day, that's all you hear. Back in my day. And I'm like, you should have covered yourself in blood. It's the only way to stop them. I learned early on.
It's like a real, like, artistic slow-mo shot of, like, silence, except for, like, a low orchestral score starting with a cello, like,
yeah.
And it's just slow-mo me just Getting pulled into this crowd by seniors and you're just covered in blood, like,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye, buddy. They love everybody loves Raymond on the island. R.I.P. my mom.
So yeah, basically, what you need to do is wait your fucking turn. I also feel this way.
Wait your fucking turn.
I also feel this way at stores, like specifically a self-checkout. I have it happen a lot at a gas station. I've like lost my shit on someone at a gas station. If there's 2 tellers, there's 2 ways, there's 4 checkouts. You stand in the middle and you wait your turn.
Yeah.
I was at a gas station one time and I was doing this, and you could just tell the type of person that's gonna do it. And it was this guy and his ugly wife, and they're fucking like 40 something. I'm waiting to go out of town, and they fucking, yeah, I'm waiting, and then they just go. And I was like, oh, you're not going to wait your turn? And then he was like, oh, I didn't realize you were doing that. And I said, what, waiting in line? You think I'm just standing here holding a bunch of shit?
The
just
fuck?
Looking at the world. And yeah, and then he came outside, and it was Matt was driving, and he hadn't unlocked the car. And it was one of those times where I'm like, I need to get in the car because I'm going to scream. And then the guy came out with his wife, and I was like, oh, do you want to get in front of me in the line? And then Matt came out and was like, we fucking shouldn't have left me out here with these idiots. I got in the car.
Yeah, I like how it's our fault that you're in a world full of idiots.
No, but if you see me wiling out, you should put me away.
I mean,
before I assault a man.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do if it's not my car and you're wiling out?
Break a window and put me in.
You got it.
You know how this goes.
What if you get so flustered that you can't get your keys and you like drop them and you're so mad? Do I have your permission to like punch through the windows?
You punch me.
Punch you?
Yeah.
So,
and then we both punch the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
so I have your permission to punch you in this instance.
Yeah. Well, I don't put my key in the door. You know, I've
I'm
upgraded
saying like
vehicles,
you're
so
going to like click it, but like you go to do it, and like
throw
your
it in the
hands, your
street.
hands are shaking so much that you drop them, and like you're like, because I've seen you get to that point where you're like wiling
I don't
out.
think
Like
I've ever gotten to that point.
I've seen you. I have a very specific memory of you and me out in public at one point, and you got really mad for some
About
reason.
what?
I don't remember.
Was it you?
I did something.
Where were we? What city were we in?
I want to say Madison.
I don't think I've ever been mad in Madison.
I know.
Well, I've been very mad in Madison.
I was going to say,
actually.
correct yourself there, sir.
Aggressively mad.
I don't remember what it was. I just remember I just have a very vivid memory of us being together, and you were like, yeah, if you could just shut the fuck up for 1 minute. Like, and I like got scared.
To you?
Yeah. Like I got scared the same way like I got scared when my dad would yell at me.
Yeah.
And
I've been
so
told I
was
have
like,
a very deadly
anger to you.
burst of anger.
Yeah, I just remember you being so mad about something, and I was so fucked up. I remember just laughing about it, and that made you madder too.
Oh yeah,
because
don't
we
do
all,
that.
yeah, no,
you have
because
a bad habit of laughing when I'm upset, and
I
then
know
it makes me
because
wanna
it makes me so
literally
nervous when
strangle
you get mad because it reminds me of my
Well,
dad.
Well, now I know why your dad hates you.
Yeah,
Because you laugh in his face, and you got to be towering over him since the age of 6.
Fuck that guy.
So, oh, God, what a nightmare.
Should have kicked the shit out of him.
So
when
yeah,
I had the chance.
stand in line like a person, wait your turn. Otherwise, you're gonna set off a series of events that
triggering
will end
alarms.
this podcast. Apparently,
if not
'Cause I
our
get
very
angry.
lives.
Yeah, if I gotta kill Slim because someone else didn't stand in line, then it's everybody's problem. When I was also in Florida, I was on the Florida Turnpike, if you've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing
Hellhole?
that you like can't get off of for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all the fucking like gas stations, they don't let you get off, so they're in the middle. So you got to get in the fast lane to slow down and go to like this huge complex in the middle of the highway. That's like, you know, one of those big ass places.
Were you in
There's like
Miami
Dunkin'
off
Donuts
of
and-
Jefferson?
No, I wish. I was gonna pop a quick shell.
Yeah.
Surprising lack of shells in Florida, so now I'm very concerned about.
But now you
Filet's
know
authenticity.
Ooh, bold
Just kidding,
stance,
buddy.
calling out Filet on the show like this.
No, don't get
Before
it
he
twisted.
possibly drops a project at the end of April.
Or May, we're not sure.
We
Oh,
don't
actually, no.
know, Filet. We love you. Stop torturing
Yeah.
us.
So yeah, you got to get in like it's in the middle, and then you got to get back onto the fast lane. It's all very confusing. And I stopped at like 2 or 3 of these on the turnpike over time to take a piss. So I go in there, and it's like one of those big ass things. It's got the full food court. You got like a Dunkin' Donuts, a Sbarro's, Panda Express, big
Oh,
bathrooms, a
Like
little
the
store.
train station in Chicago, kind of.
Yeah, without the trains.
Yeah.
And then like the little area to buy your Florida merch. And then there's just like a little convenience store. So I like pissed, and then I was like, let me see what they have to drink, because you know how I like to explore beverages. And they had a bottle of strawberry lemonade that was made in Florida. So I was like, I'm going to take my chance on this. One of those real sticky bottles because of the way they package things. So there's just a nightmare of just people everywhere. And there's two like clerks. And the one guy is like, he'll ring you up. And there's a bunch of people that I was waiting for because they wait my turn. And then they're like, no, go ahead. So I go over to him for the entire transaction, which gets weird. The man never looked at me or spoke to me. And it seemed like he wasn't capable of either of those things. But he looked at a lot of other things. So I'm standing there. And like, I put my card in and it's not working. And he's not giving me anything. So I'm like taking it out and putting it back in. And then the fire alarms go off. And it's like flashing crazy bright. And it's a loud voiceover recording that just says, there's a fire has been detected. Please find the nearest exit. Walk carefully to the nearest exit. So I'm like, oh shit, this building's on fire? Literally no one bats an eye.
What?
And I'm like, okay, maybe it's like whatever. And then there's like sirens and there's just lights everywhere. And like a couple people, like clearly concerned people from other states are like, walking out briskly, but I'd say 80% of the entire building, which is huge, is just waiting in line and shit. And I'm like, clearly it's not like a fight. Like I was still gonna buy my lemonade and like I was gonna wait and see what happened, to be honest. You know what I mean? I'll watch a huge building catch on fire. I didn't assume it would burst into flames. So much so that I'm with my girl and she was in line for like Dunkin' Donuts, and she comes over, I'm assuming because there's a fire. And then I'm like, oh, did she get out of the line because of the fire? And she like laughed and is like, no, I just didn't feel like waiting in line. And it's still happening. And I'm like, do you hear that this building is on fire? And she like waited. And then she's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, so literally was I the only person that could hear that? And like I said, the fucking guy that was ringing me up, he didn't even say anything at any point.
Did your card end up going through?
Yeah, it went through. I got the average lemonade. And then like the weird group of people that were waiting were all talking, and they were like, we should get out of here, which I thought was in reference to the fire, but it was because the kid was acting up. And then they still made a purchase while the building is allegedly, and I've never seen just such blatant disregard for an emergency alarm of some sort. Yeah, even if it, and I was like, someone probably pulled an alarm. I didn't think it was actually on fire. I was still concerned. I was keeping my eyes peeled. If I see a fire, like I said, I'm going to look at it for a bit, see what's going to happen here, and then I'm going to get the fuck out. Everyone else apparently did not know. I'm talking
they ain't scared of fires in Florida.
No, they're not scared of anything. I understand how
it is not
crazy
God.
Shit happens.
It is only God-fearing country down there.
And that's what I mean. I completely forgot about it because I had to normalize it. Apparently, I was overreacting. I saw a car on fire, and I was on that level of
a lot of fire-related audacity is going on in Florida. If I do say so myself,
someone should look into it. I think everything happens in Florida. I think you need like cold to keep you grounded. Do you agree with this?
No, yeah, I
felt
believe
this way
heat,
forever.
I believe the constant heat and humidity does something to
and
the
just
body.
Nice weather
does
all
something
the time.
to the brain.
I feel like I would just become complacent and not get around to doing anything ever because I'm like, it's just nice every day. Because you gotta have that cold to shake your life up and make you hate everything.
Because how happy were you the other day earlier this week when it was 70 degrees outside? You know,
it's
how
incredible.
happy
Sitting
and
in the
grateful.
sun.
Yeah,
you got some shorts on. You're letting your thighs out.
So nice. I mean, how nice was it when we played beer darts over the weekend?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. I don't remember another day of warmth.
Like Tuesday, it was like really, really nice outside. And then it
Tuesday's
got like
my
really
cry
cold
day,
and
so I didn't really get out.
Cry day?
Cry day.
Cry day.
Yeah.
Why cry day?
Because I cry?
Just on that day?
Yeah.
Just
well, it was
Tuesdays.
Fridays, obviously. Cry day, Friday.
Yeah.
You know, like Fun Day, Sunday, and Shatterday, Saturdays, which is when I shit my pants a little bit. But now we do this, so I can't cry on Fridays unless this makes me cry, which on the way home, a lot it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tuesday's a good day because Tuesday's the worst day of the week in my opinion.
I agree
wholeheartedly
with that. Yeah, I
behind
do
that.
not like Tuesdays.
People hate Mondays like Garfield.
I love Mondays.
But John doesn't go to work, so that doesn't make any sense.
No.
And Mondays are fine. It's Tuesdays are crippling for some reason.
Tuesdays are crippling.
Tuesdays are when it sets in that life is starting
Nothing
over
good
again.
ever happens on a Tuesday.
No.
You know, name the last time you had a good Tuesday.
No, only when I get a really good cry out, which they're all kind of stifled.
I just got really stressed out for a second.
How about Tuesdays?
No, about something I had bought tickets for. I thought passed for a second.
What?
A show coming up at the Coronado on Thursday.
You're going to see Hamilton for the 10th time?
No, but believe it or not, I'm
extra-
going to see Hamilton for a second time because my mom texted me today and shut
Yeah,
up.
white people love Hamilton.
White people love Hamilton. Because my sister's birthday is this month, and she goes, "We're going on May 5th to go see Hamilton again." And I was like, "Alrighty."
What am I? I'm doing something May 5th. Or is that a Sunday?
It's a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm doing something May 4th. I'm going to be in Chicago
Baby.
to see Pup. Go listen to the new Pup album.
I'm going to be in
Stuff.
Chicago 2 days in a row then, because then I have to go see because I don't think I'm seeing Pup because they sold out. But me and Cole are still tagging along for that.
I didn't know what you guys were doing.
I'll come along.
Yeah, because I constantly told you guys that it was going to sell out, and you lollygagged. But go listen to the new album, Morbid Stuff by Pup. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
And I'm going to see them for the first time. They're one of my bucket list bands that I haven't seen yet. There's been like 4 times. That's why I didn't fuck around, because I'm like, this happened to me like 4 times where it sells out, or you get like a weird dick infection and you can't go that day. Shit always seems to come up. Speaking of weird dick infections, I came across something that we've got a couple submissions. This isn't a submission. I just seen it on the internet and I want to talk about it. What we need to talk about was we got a very specific submission. Someone slid into our Twitter DMs, and I've always wanted this to happen, and it hasn't. And we almost forgot about it. This is why I've started writing things down, because
let me pull it up.
Yeah, I have it here. I don't think we need to read the DM per se.
No.
But we wanted to give a wonderful, beautiful, wet, slippery
Dapper Dad full of all kinds of fantastic ideas, terrible suggestions, decisions, lots of beer,
mistakes.
We just regret.
Yeah.
Lots of regret. Emptiness.
If you don't wake up the next day after an event like this full of regret, that's not the way to ring in a fresh birthday
for, let's see,
Giancarlo. Yeah.
So,
my full government name? Are we going to do that?
Bleep it out.
Yeah.
Bleep it out.
Bleep it out. Well, understand that
we said your full government name on the show.
We bleeped it out for your protection.
Yeah, for your protection. But we just want to let you know that...
Happy 23rd birthday.
Yes.
No one likes you when you're 23. Go listen to the Blink-182 song.
This was a very special request for you from your loving girlfriend, it sounds like.
Yeah, you got yourself a keeper there, buddy.
She
reached... To go out of your way.
She went out of her way.
Our DMs that are
your girl
filthy.
Slid into our DMs to let us know that it was your birthday
yesterday.
And she spoke so highly of you. She said that you're the one who got her hooked on the podcast and said that you are a huge fan.
Which, good job spreading the word.
Good job. See, this is the type of fan dedication we need. You hear us, show us to your significant other. If your significant other doesn't like us, break up with them. Leave him forever.
Leave him for Deborah.
Leave him for us, Deborah.
I'm pretty sure this is the same guy who wrote on a whiteboard at NIU to listen to us.
I do believe so, yeah. I do have a...
Shout out, doing the Lord's work.
I do have a specific request here, Giancarlo, to tell you to get your shit together.
Yeah. She went on a tirade about
she told
things
us
are not looking
She
great.
Unleashed her tea about your relationship onto us pretty much.
In video form, which we found long and exhausting.
It was basically this 17-minute vlog going on about all of your relationship problems while asking us questions without expecting a response, it seems like she knew.
It's like when you watch Blue's Clues,
right?
And
they ask
you,
regardless,
and you're just sitting there eating cereal, and you can't even get the answer out.
And
even
then they're like, "That's right."
And then they're just It's like Dora the Explorer, like that movie they're making, and Boots doesn't wear boots.
And she's sitting on there asking questions. She's like, "Is it normal for a man this angry to have a penis this small?"
Yeah.
And we obviously think no.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I kind of related.
But she doesn't.
To it.
She can't hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
So like the way she did it was just very strange.
I think it was therapeutic for her. And
I think it made your relationship stronger, bud, because she was able to get all of that off of her chest. So really, this is the best birthday gift we could ever give you.
Yeah.
So you're welcome for some romantic stability in your life.
Yeah, because you know what we're known for? Relationship advice.
Yeah, you know what we're known for? Stability in relationships. You know what we're known for? Healthy attitudes when it comes to platonic relationships.
You know what we're good at? Expressing love to another human being.
You know what we're really good at? Communicating about our emotions so that we can have a healthy and factual growing relationship with somebody that doesn't end with us screaming and blaming the other person for our shortcomings.
It's getting deep. What is some good birthday advice? What do you do on a 23rd birthday?
Nobody
I haven't
likes
had
you when
one.
you're 23.
I said that. I made that joke. Get the fuck out of here. You're
the
ruining this
fuck out.
birthday. This is serious.
Where was I at where were you at when you were 23? Where were you at in your life?
What was that, the 70s?
Yeah.
What was I doing? I feel like
bell bottoms had just gotten hot, from my
Okay.
recollection.
So I wasn't wearing them because
No.
it's very out of fashion.
Very out of fashion.
23 doesn't really ring that much of a bell.
23, I had, let's see. I believe I had just...
Experimented with another man?
It was, when I turned 23, I was still recovering from the heart stuff. It was right around the time they told me I was going to get the pacemaker in.
That was your birthday present.
Yeah.
They presented it to you.
I wasn't working at the time.
Should have been.
Was I working at 23? No, 23 was right before I started working at Target. Because I turned 20.
Are we revealing that?
Might as well.
Right,
I don't work
fuck
there
'em.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work at Target.
I also
everybody.
used to work at that
We
Target.
both used to work
Now
at-
everyone knows.
Yeah.
See, if you give it time, we'll reveal all the
Yeah.
things that we weren't allowed to say.
So
except
the
for
Target
some of them.
I used to work at, Drama also used to work there, but he worked there before I worked
Yeah.
there, so our
We've-
paths never
we've
crossed
explained
there.
this, yeah.
But yeah, so fun fact, yeah, we both used to work at Target, and fuck
that
Target.
was fucking trash.
But I forgot where I was going. I
Yeah,
got
you're
so
talking
excited
about
we
your
revealed
23rd
things.
birthday, and it didn't.
Oh
seem
yeah,
like
it was
gonna
before.
get
It was
good.
before I started working at Target. My life was in a very different place then than it is now. So
Well, what would you recommend for a normal person whose heart hasn't
23?
recently exploded?
for a normal person at 23, I would say really take advantage of the time you got now because no, seriously, because like as you get older, you start because I mean you can relate even from 23 to where you're at now. You know,
Yeah, it's been a long
your
time.
priorities change, your responsibilities get different.
I've just
you know?
become old in every way.
Right, yeah.
I'm
So
very
man,
stuck in
if I
those.
could go back to 23, I would change a couple different things. So I mean,
because 23 doesn't feel exciting because you've done 18
And
you do
21.
21 and then 23 feels like the next one because
even
it's 2
though
years.
it's not,
But there's nothing.
no.
You still, don't
you
have
got
to-
25 is the next real big one, and then after
which is
that,
just
it's
like you can rent a car.
after that, it's every 5 years until you hit 50, and,
And
then
then you
it's
get
every
put on an
and then it's
island.
every 10 years
on an island.
until you hit 100.
And you- Jesus Christ. So that should
And
show you.
then-
It goes very quickly. So yeah, I don't know. Just fucking party because your young body
Just
can
enjoy it
handle
while you're young, man. I mean, have fun with your girlfriend. Go make some memories. Go do some
Do whatever
stupid
you.
shit.
Yeah, we don't know
Go
what
do,
you do.
go. What I mean is like get away with some shit while you can still get away with it.
Oh yeah,
you know that's
what
I mean more than
if you
anything.
drink
Yeah.
a whole bunch and then
Do
don't
something
feel
stupid, like just do something reckless because you feel like it with your buddies. You know, if I could just take full advantage of.
I guess
the
his
age that
birthday
you're
is
at,
passed technically because this is a day. This is
It'll
coming
be
out
the
a day after.
but it's still advice.
But you got
for
the
young
weekend.
man.
I celebrate if my birthday doesn't fall on the weekend. I'm celebrating on both weekends around.
Yeah, because I gotta.
And I'm started
bookends.
celebrating the whole month, which is August. Prepare your gifts, please.
Yeah, prepare October for me, please, because mine's I'll just say it. Mine's the day before Halloween, so I expect
Yeah.
a big 2-day celebration.
Mine's August 15th. I'll say that.
October
the year
30th.
is
Yeah, the year is up to
19 question mark.
So I love having
mean,
a big 2-day
18.
celebration of my welcoming into this world and Halloween, which
Yeah.
were both
Yours
demonic
is-
events.
Yours
So
is beautiful. I like mine because it's nice outside.
yeah,
So I can drink outside with my pants off. Oh yeah, but anyway, so yes, happy birthday.
Happy-
That was
happy
sick.
birthday, man. We hope you have a fantastic year. Thank you so much for the love and the support. You know,
Yeah.
you've shown your love.
I was
in the
excited
past.
because I hear other podcasts that do that, and I literally this week was listening to a podcast where they shouted out. They normally do birthday shout outs, but someone submitted to them and was like, "Yeah, my roommate doesn't have a job and won't get their life together. Will you give them a shout out to get their shit together?" And I was like, "Wow, that's a great shout
Yeah.
out." And I
Should
was
we start
thinking-
doing shout outs on the show?
I mean, if people want to, I don't want it to be like ridiculous where it's like 15 minutes of birthdays, but
Yeah.
yeah, if you have someone that listens to it, that's sick because
That's sick because she went out of her way
she went
to
out
do
of
it.
her
She
way.
knew
That's a good surprise
because it was
I bet.
something that she knew that he would enjoy. You know.
Yeah, that's
'Cause-
very thoughtful.
Yeah, because how often do people get gifts and it's like it's something they can enjoy?
All I get is
or, like-
edible arrangements
Right,
every year.
yeah.
I send them to
It's
myself.
like that's a really nice, thoughtful gift. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna get into.
So happy
I
birthday,
had-
you horrible fuck.
Yep. I had come across, and that'll be a pun. You just gotta wait for it. I'd come across on the internet in China they have a sperm extraction machine for people. Have you seen this?
That's what they call me, baby.
Yeah, because you're always getting dudes off.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it's for people who go to like sperm banks or when you got to produce some sperm.
What is
for
it?
a doctor.
How does it jack you off? Just show me.
It looks elegant.
Show me.
But I'm trying to find it. Shut the fuck up and
You
let
shut
me
the fuck up and show
explain
me.
it. There's an incredible gift that I forgot about. I'll show you in a moment.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently it's been around forever, but it's for people who don't feel comfortable masturbating when they have to produce a sperm sample.
Which is weird.
Yeah, which it's like, what are you doing? But I think
Fuck, just
China's
crank it,
maybe a little
motherfucker.
bit more reserved than us. So they have created a machine. This is the GIF.
Yo,
That
that's
looks-
just an automatic pocket pussy.
Yeah. Would you fuck this machine?
Yeah.
I'm scared of putting my dick in a machine.
Nah. Come on.
They've been around since 2014. It simulates the temperature and sensations of the female sex organ.
Give it to me. That's just a fancy pocket pussy.
They're only, I think I had a price here. They're only 12,000 euros per machine.
got a credit card.
So what's euros are more than?
Pop a quick Google. Yeah.
Yeah, 12,000 euros. I think it's probably like $15,000, but this thing, and we'll pop it on the social media at some point. I've got a GIF that is very sexual. But yeah, it's like a fun little robot that just kind of
12,000 euros would be $13,583.41 United States.
So go to patreon.com/dapperdads and help us get the sex machine. I called dibs on the first one. Yeah, because how do they clean this thing?
I mean, it's if for that much fucking money, it better be self-cleaning. It better have something to it.
I'm not gonna fuck a self-cleaning machine.
The
I
fuck
need to
you
see
won't.
a janitor, a gross janitor,
Yeah.
having sex with it.
Okay.
And then cleaning
After
it.
you?
No, before me.
Oh.
So I can tell it's been freshly cleaned. His dick kind of cleans it. Because you probably, I wonder if you cum in it. It doesn't say that.
Yeah, you got to come in it.
But you got to produce a sample. So it collects the sample,
But
drops it in
I'm
a
saying,
cup.
if you're
It's like a
if-
vending machine of your own
for the
cum.
coffee thing with somebody's just punching it on the other side.
Yeah.
Cream.
Oh, there's so much cream in this one.
There's a lot of cream in this coffee.
Yeah, it says it goes from speeds of 0 to 2.5 hertz, which I don't know.
I want to know what 2.5 hertz feels
Yeah,
like.
I'm crazy. Yeah, are you instantly turning the dial as hard as it
Yeah, I fucking am. Fucking ride or die, baby. Let's go, boys.
But what's weird is you still got to get yourself hard. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They
I'm
act
hard
like
going
you're-
into this thing.
Well, we are, but
Yeah, we are.
Chinese are more discreet. They it's
That's
also
a bold xenophobic statement if I've ever heard one.
it's also been sold to the U.S., Russia, and France. Which from what I've heard about France, they're
They're
always
fine with jacking
masturbating.
off. They're very romantic people.
Yeah, they're always jerking off in the streets. You can pee in the streets.
Je
there.
suis masturbation.
Exactly. That's how the machine sounds. You think you can pick a voice? Some light moaning? Yeah.
Some French hawing.
Some French
Some
hawing.
French frogginess.
A little good French. hawing. But yeah, you think there's like different women's voice, like your GPS, where you can pick the voice?
Only if I can
Pierce
pick.
Brosnan?
Can I pick Cockney British woman?
Is that what you want?
die, governor.
That's
Ready
what
to dump it in me cum dumpster.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not like
Really
that.
crazy.
And it's so loud. They've taken
Oh, good day, bruv. Ready to shove it up in me cockamini.
instead of people going in and quietly jerking off and you knowing what they're doing, you just hear that muffled through a door. Like,
Oh, love, ready to grace that me coin toss.
It's like, son of a bitch.
you're like,
They
well,
definitely are hearing this at work.
I was here to get my ears checked out because they haven't popped in a while. But
they're fine.
I think I'm gonna pop. I think I'm gonna go into that sex machine thing. Do you think there's the possibility that
What's the
lowbrow-
worst voice that could come out of that machine?
Hey, you ready to
That's
fuck
not
me?
the worst. Come
That's
on.
not the worst.
No, that's not the worst.
My voice when you go in. I'm like, hey buddy, you ready to dump it in me?
I'm kind of ready for that. Yeah, let's fucking go, boys.
It's just a early 20s girl at a bar complaining about her problems. That's what I think is the
No,
worst.
okay,
one.
it's let's not go with voice. Let's go with like dialect, like accent or something. But girl who sounds too annoyed, early 20-something girl at the bar,
Yeah.
fucking you, but just doing it because she's
Yeah.
bored.
She's just like,
It's so good.
This is ringing many
You done
bells.
yet?
Oh, you never want to hear that one.
Come already.
That one'll do it.
That one I'll take.
That one always works.
That
I don't care what voice
I love
says
being
it.
told to come already because that means like I've held out long enough to
Yeah,
the
I've
point
done
where
my
it's
job.
past their expectation.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know?
when you're working, they're like, you know what? Why don't you clock out early? You've had a long
You know,
day.
Matt, you've been working real hard.
Which
this
is
week.
what I
How
love
about you get
women
out of here
to
early
say
on
to
a
me.
Friday?
When did you clock out early? And I'm like, oh, already did 5 minutes ago.
Just smashing them with that gummy worm.
Yeah, it gets a little harder if I keep going.
You ever come and just keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just your body is screaming at you the whole
Yeah,
time
it's
to stop,
weird.
but you just keep going.
Yeah, because you got to work past that intensity. That
Yeah, it's the
insane
once you work
intensity.
past the insane intensity,
When you
it's
come
fine.
and she keeps sucking.
That's a
it's-
different ball game though, because they're
No,
doing
the balls
different
aren't.
levels of intensity with their mouth and everything like that. They're doing shit with their tongue that pussies don't do. It's
chills.
like two pussies kissing.
Yeah.
it's a whole
It's
lot.
the weirdest sensation that if you're not a man, you can't explain because
can't
there's
explain.
like a good feeling, but it's so intense.
It's
like
like
being
too much of a
tickled,
good. It's like too
but
much of a
in the
good
best
thing.
way.
Yeah.
And you're just like thrashing around.
Oh, you're just kicking everywhere. And
Yeah,
you
you're
sock them in the
kicking
side of the jaw.
Yeah, you're kicking her.
Crush
upper
her head like a
thighs.
watermelon with your thighs. Just,
I've seen that porno.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm excited, baby.
I'm done, baby. Yeah.
I've come to completion, baby.
I am retiring for the evening. Time to be hitting the old dusty trail, baby. Yeah, I want to. There was something I was
That
gonna
ain't the
say.
baby, that's my baby.
There was something I was gonna say, but I think it's a Patreon, which is something I tell you privately as soon
Mouth
as
it
we're
to me.
done here. Mouth it to you.
Yeah.
It's too complex to mouth it to you. Am I too complex for Complex Con?
I was very
A little bit of
confused about what
everything.
just happened
A little
here.
bit of everything.
Did I
in
just
this
lose
episode.
time?
I keep seeing this machine.
I
and
keep
I'm
seeing-
getting all around.
Keep seeing halos.
Yeah, because I'm an angel.
Baby.
I've already been dead. You can pay for this using an iPhone 6s,
Hi,
which I hope is the only way that they accept
Can I
payment.
trade an iPhone 6s for
No,
it?
you got to pay through an iPhone 6s. So you've got your iPhone normal person.
Can I do
phone,
a 6S
And then
Plus?
you've got a 6s, and they're like, "Why do you have two phones?" Well, this one's just to pay for the sex machine at the clinic because I can't masturbate myself to completion in a sample cup. It's too sterile. They gave me.
Would you fuck it?
I just don't like the idea of putting my dick in a machine.
Sad.
The machines will eventually.
They'll
Take
eventually be
over.
better than
So
vaginas.
there's gonna be one guy one day. No, they're gonna AI.
Machines will eventually
AI.
be better than vaginas, I'm telling
Well,
you.
yeah, that thing might just be. I can't say. I'm
Might-
gonna need.
We're gonna
a
need
couple
some field
machines and a
research.
couple
We got a
women
street
and,
team
like,
working on it right
4
now.
days to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 4 days and a case of Gatorade to really get this machine's kinks figured out, if you know what I mean, baby.
But AI is going to take over, and the robots will run the world. We've all seen the Boston Dynamics videos. We're playing with fire.
Terrified of those dog
So
things.
one day there's going to be a man fucking this. The AI is going to overthrow. His dick's going to be in it, and it's just going to, I don't know, crunch his dick,
It's gonna happen.
eat his dick,
That is the price
and
of
it
science.
would be me.
That is the
what
price of
That's the price
science.
we pay.
Yeah, that is the price
Is
we
everyone's dick being ripped off?
pay. Not everyone's.
Well,
just
by
a
that
select
time,
few.
by the time the AI takes over, everybody will be fucking machines all of the time. Women will be obsolete. I'm sorry, I don't want that. We can conversate
Just
occasionally.
hook me up to a machine.
But I'm gonna be fucking a machine.
Hook me up to a machine that constantly has a stomach pumping, a tube pumping food into my stomach, sucking
Here's
the
a
shit out
skinny
of
one.
my ass, something
Okay.
sucking my dick, and a video thing drilled into my face with
Okay.
fake boobs I can grab and
Uh-huh.
like a fake head I can grab, and just let me die that way.
But what if something happens where the
Fuck
anus
it.
the
Fuck
anus
it.
tube and the dick sucking
They
tube get
reverse.
crossed and it sucks your dick out and pleasures your asshole? And then
Price of
you're-
science, baby.
And then you're into something else.
Price of science, because I'm Robert Goulet.
You got to buy one of these machines and really tweak it yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
Speed
got to
it up
tweak
to
it to
like
your
a 60
adjustment. Get that
hertz.
2.5 megahertz ain't enough, baby.
No, this was hertz. Megahertz is I think
I
too
need
much.
some megahertz
Yeah, you're gonna go
strapped up to
megahertz.
my balls.
It's gonna make them. It's gonna make you mega hurt. You're welcome. You're welcome,
Oh,
everybody.
I just want to
You're
stop
welcome,
after that. I
everybody.
want to end the whole show after that. That was so awful for me.
We didn't end the show after what we did for Patreon, so
Ugh,
nothing can end the
True,
regular
nothing
show.
can end anything.
So yeah, go to China and put your dick in a machine and get back to us.
Let us know.
because we've got some questions. Another submission that was sent into our Facebook DMs. We are on Facebook. We just don't care for it.
No.
This was sent, I think, a little bit ago, and I forgot about it because I never check on the Facebook. And it also never tells us when people comment on our posts and shit. It's a nightmare. And they're listening, and our time's up. But this was submitted saying it might be too political for us, but I think it fits. Let me find. I'm sorry, I was in a different. I just keep watching this machine fucking pumping. Alex Jones says a form of psychosis made him believe events like Sandy Hook Massacre were staged.
I want to know what the form of psychosis was.
He literally says, I have a quote in here. I want to jump in and say he should have stick with the chili
Bowl of
defense.
Chili. He should have stuck with the chili.
The chili defense will get you out of
the chili defense
everything.
is somehow more sane, believe it or not.
Yeah, the chili defense is what I have on deck anytime anything happens.
Yeah.
You said you were going to come to my parties. I ate a big bowl of chili and I forgot about it. Sorry, it happened.
You forgot my birthday. I ate a big bowl of chili and I forgot about it.
You were
You
supposed
didn't
to
come to my
my
dad's funeral. I ate a big bowl of chili and I forgot about it.
No,
You
that
showed
one-
up 4.5 hours late for work. I ate a big bowl of chili and forgot I was supposed to be here.
Also, I did mean to cancel on your dad's funeral. I just didn't feel like going. He says, basically, he acknowledged finally that the shooting was real during a sworn deposition. That he's been sued by so many people about this.
As he should be.
And the quote is, I myself have almost had like a form of psychosis back in the past where I basically thought everything was staged, even though I've now learned a lot of times things aren't staged. That's the quote from his deposition.
Interesting.
He said, so I think as someone giving an opinion that, my opinions have been wrong, but they were never wrong consciously to hurt people.
That also seems wrong because the things he said were violently hurtful to so many
The things he
grieving
still
families.
currently says are not necessarily hurtful,
Just
but
crazy.
just absolutely insane.
Well, I mean, it's very bold of a man to go out on a public platform and say that he believes in a conspiracy where children were shot. That is very bold of a man to say, and it's almost cowardly to... It's almost cowardly to be like, oh, it's a psychosis where I believed it. It's like, no, you were a fucking asshole who just wanted to generate views for your sponsors, for your stupid body products.
He said it was the trauma of the media and corporations lying so much that caused him to distrust everything, kind of like a child whose parents lie to them over and over again, is exactly what he said.
Interesting.
But no chili defense.
No chili.
If I was this lawyer, I'd be like,
Alex, you're a fucking retard for not using the chili defense.
yeah, you never want to hear your lawyer say that.
Yeah, if
You're
your lawyer
fucking
calls
up.
you a fucking retard, you're
Yeah.
fucked.
You should listen to what they say. And, if you need us to represent you, we've got a big bowl of chili. We'll stage some photos
We'll
of you.
stage some
with some
chili eating episodes.
Yeah, we'll get you out there. He also said that the psychosis made him think 9/11 was an inside attack, which was his whole bread and butter.
Yeah, that was
That's
kind of
where
his
this
thing.
came from,
That's
right?
that's where like the first InfoWars
Yeah.
posters I remember
Oh
came
yeah,
from.
you can still see those
9/11
stickers
was an
some
inside
places.
job.
Yeah,
Infowars.com.
yeah, that's how he got. That was when he wasn't crazy and he was just kind of like a light conspiracy theory normal person. That because honestly, when he first came out with that, I don't get into the 9/11 shit too much, but there's a lot of questions and like I could understand that. And now he's talking about just insane shit. It's like the episode of The Simpsons with the Mr. X thing where he just has to start making up crazy shit and then it ends up being real and that episode ends so bad and weird.
The island.
Yeah.
Yes, the island.
So yeah, Alex Jones has realized he's a little crazy, but he still goes on a 4-hour Joe Rogan podcast
And says crazy shit like
Say
our planet is a
crazy stuff.
stepping stone to other dimensions where wizards do drugs and look into glass balls for portals. I wish I made some of that up, but I did not.
I think that one's true though. That's the one I stand behind.
Yeah, that's the one opinion of his you stand behind.
Yeah. I mean, he's not completely wrong. He's got to be hitting something right. You know what I mean? I believe in the chili, and I believe in some of the
I
things he
believe in
says.
the chili.
We've all eaten too much food. And
I've
fucking-
forgotten things.
You ever go to Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, you forget about what else
forget
you were
everything.
supposed to do for the
Yeah.
fucking day. If I go to Cracker
I have to
Barrel.
retire to the bed. I better be hitting the old dusty trail. And I'm getting my dick sucked, and I've already came.
If I'm getting my dick sucked at Cracker Barrel, I'm dying happy.
Last time I went to Cracker Barrel, I thought, you know how sometimes I do things with my mind a little bit? It was so hot in there. They had a fire going, and it was warm outside. And I was like, this is overkill. And I was sat too close to the fire. They sat me where they play checkers for some reason.
Because you look like you
And,
need to take a real nice, relaxing game of checkers on.
Yeah, like I won't take checkers too seriously.
Like everything else.
Everything. But yeah, there was this annoying woman, and she kept like making the fire hotter. And I was like, God, I wish she would fall into it. And she took a trip. And and I was watching,
before, yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna kill this woman with my mind." Well, they shouldn't have fires in Cracker
They should
Barrel.
not have open fires like that in Cracker
And
Barrel.
I ate so much I forgot about her while she burned alive in front of all of us,
screaming.
And I was like, excuse me, can I get like 2 more biscuits? You guys give me, and this bowl of gravy is like, that's insane.
So
this
small.
It's a cup. That's a cup. I need a bowl.
Oh.
I was told there would be a bowl of gravy. I'd like more biscuits and gravy.
This woman's
and it better
breasts
not
are
pull
on fire.
Better not pull up on my
The
bill.
fat in them is just burning.
I thought you were gonna say the fattest breasts. The fattest flaming boobs you've ever seen. We got another submission. It's a story. It's a little long, but I love it. So we'll get into it. It's from that one kid. Do you know that one kid?
Our pal Lemmy?
No, it's just from that one kid.
Oh.
So,
I think I do. Yeah.
The email is bornfromporn@redheads.com.
Attaboy. He knows what I like.
I like to hear. All right, so I'm going to read through this thing. Like you said, it's a little long, but it's definitely worth it. So you guys have talked about doing stupid shit as kids. Here's one of my favorites from my personal life. So in middle school, there was a guy I was sort of friends with. His parents didn't really pay attention to their kids, so we got into some shit. One Friday, we have off. But here's the secret. I told my mom I had school. So naturally, I leave for school and meet up with him to walk around, go to some abandoned houses, and like break shit. Windows, whatever furniture was left around. You know, typical middle school shit. That was an improvised burp. That was not in the story. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, thank you for fucking up the story.
I try. Anyways, after that got boring, we were walking around looking for things to do, and we come across a garage sale run by some real old woman that I'm pretty sure was blind looking back at it. These goddamn burps. We looked at some junk, stole some junk, and we're actually about to buy some things. I was given lunch money, but never bought lunch, when I looked in a cardboard box and found, drumroll, bullets. So naturally, I took them up. The lady didn't even look in the box, just at the pink dot that said $5. After we left, we were trying to figure out what to do with them and figured, hey, it's funny to throw things in fire. What about bullets? Also, they were 22 cal bullets, nothing crazy, but we had like 30 of them. So we go out to the forest, clear a spot like normal people, and build a fire. Then, after working up the courage, we tossed the whole box in and ran for dear life, laughing our asses off. It took maybe 30 seconds, and they started going off. And I don't know if you know this, but bullets, when they go off not in a gun, are real explosive. Like super M80s, but you know, with more lead. So they stopped going off, and we were dying laughing, and guess what? We hear sirens and immediately almost shit our pants. We start sprinting, running through yards and neighborhoods before we decide we're safe. After that, we got kind of scared and go to the playground like normal kids, swing for a bit, talk about what jail might be like, and go home. The next Monday at school, my friend is gone. Same with the day after that. On Wednesday, he shows back up, and he looks like a ghost. Turns out the police talked to people in the area asking what the fuck happened, and one person knew my friend and his mom and told the police she saw him running away. They went to his house, asked what happened. He said he just put a bunch of firecrackers in the fire. They show him the bullet shells. He said, I don't know what those are. Big twist, they were blanks. We were dumb fucking kids and threw blanks in a fire. He got the talking to of a lifetime, and his parents tore him a new asshole. Needless to say, we didn't hang out anymore, but God bless him because he never once snitched on me. Jake, if you're listening, God bless you, man. I hope you get to leave the house now.
That's a good story.
A very good story.
That's a quality submission right there.
That's what we're looking for. Some good stories of shit you shouldn't have gotten away with is the sweetest of berries.
I have a very good story my dad told me when he was a kid about something very similar to this. He grew up in Loves Park after his family moved here from Indiana. And
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
He's what made Gary, Indiana bad, right?
His family went from Gary to Chicago to Loves Park.
When he left Gary, everything went to shit. He
Yeah,
was the only person holding the town together.
One, he has been known to say that. And so when he went to Loves Park, he started going down to Shorewood Park where they have like the boat shows, like the ski shows.
Oh, I know.
And this was way back before
I was one of
they
those
had
ski people.
This was back before they had like the docks down there. This is back when it was like just woods. There was like no houses or anything. And there's like a maintenance drain out there. And so when he was a kid, he said he took his the gas can out of the garage and he'd go there and he'd dump a little bit in there because he's like, it's dirty in here. So he dumped a little bit of gas in and would light a match and throw it in, and it would make a little flame ball. It would go like woof, and like come out the tube. And he's like, cool. So him and his buddy Helmut would come back. The kid's name the kid's name was Helmut. He was German, Helmut, Helmut.
Yeah, always trust in yourself with a friend named Helmut.
Helmut's mother would routinely yell at my father because he would eat all the gooseberries on the bushes outside of Helmut's house, and Helmut's mother liked to pick them to make pies with.
This is a fever dream.
No, this was his life apparently.
I don't believe him.
And so so him and
the only thing I trust coming out of your dad's mouth is him going, "Oh, drama, give me more."
And he sounds like Ray when he does it.
That wasn't quite Ray.
Fucking asshole.
I've gotten him into the Ray because it's the only thing that gets me off.
And
he doesn't like to get pounded for as long.
So anyway,
yeah, back to Helmut. Speaking of Helmut, your dad's got a bright pink one. I got to call out.
I'm going to kick your dick off.
I'm going to kick your dick like that video I showed you before.
Oh, stop reminding me of it. That triggered me for some reason.
Good.
Anyway, so him and Helmut would go to the park with Grandpa Bush's gas can and dump a little bit in there and a little bit more each time, and make bigger flame balls. And so one day, my grandpa filled up the whole gas can. And so my dad was like, this is it.
This is the day we've been waiting
So they took the whole gas can down there and they dumped the whole thing in, and they took like a bunch of matches and were like, and just threw like a whole book and just threw it down there, and nothing happened. And so they lit some more, and they threw them in, and nothing happened. And they said, what a jip. And so they walked away, and as they're walking away, they get maybe like a block away from it, and they hear like a rumbling noise. And so this thing has a cover over it because it's like a port to get like into the sewer system.
Yeah.
And so they just hear boom, and the porthole blows off, and a column of fire shoots out because of all the natural gas in the sewer that was suddenly ignited. And this is exactly how my dad told me the story. He goes, well, we figured we probably fried a bunch of rats or something, but I hope we didn't hurt anybody. And then and he said it was just like a 30-foot column of fire that shot into the sky, and they just looked at it, and then they looked at each other and just ran off as fast as they could. And then the next day or so in the paper, a story ran that for like 4 blocks or so all around Shorewood Park, all the manhole covers got blown off mysteriously. And it was just the damnedest thing, and no one could explain it. Mysterious phenomenon.
It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. And so, yeah, I'm sure there's a newspaper article you could pull up through archives about that, and it was little Billy's fault about it.
Oh, man. Yeah, that fucking feeling you get when you're a kid and you do something like that,
Something
and it
bad.
goes crazy. Like, that feeling in your gut is, like,
Where
unmatched.
it's suddenly out of control.
Yeah, when you've made such a grave mistake that you don't know if anything's ever going to be the same.
Yeah.
Because I had
Oh, that feels so good in a way, you know?
It feels good, like,
You feel
when
so
you can look
alive.
back. Yeah, in the moment, you feel like you're going to die, but when you get away with it, that's what creates murderers and shit. Because I feel like I can know, like, a slice of a feeling of getting away with like a bank heist or something, because just if you amplify like getting away with like that type of shit, it is just like you're like a god. Because I had it one time, I might have told it on here, but I had a fucking crazy friend in high school. It was one of the kids I gave a tattoo to.
A stick tattoo.
Yeah, I gave him the stick tattoo, and it was a star right here.
Yeah, and it was all fucked up, and it got
we did
infected
it.
and
Well,
shit.
we did it like that, just normal, sitting. If you're not watching the video, it's like right by your elbow. So when he extended his arm out, the star was completely fucking uneven.
Just fucked up.
And everyone I gave tattoos to would fuck with them after I left. I think I gave decent tattoos for a slightly drunk 15-year-old. You know what I mean? Like the best option you could get. And this kid later on took a knife and cut it out and then poured ink into it, and it became like one of those things that looks infected, but that's just how like the scar tissue came over time. Because I ran into him when I worked at Target. He came through the line, and I was like, "Oh, hey man," because we kind of fell out. I wasn't friends with him. It happens. And I was like, "Holy shit!" And he's like, "Yeah." He explained what he did, and I was like, "Ugh, I feel like I fucking ruined your body." But he was a crazy kid, and we'd always go over to his house because, like, his parents were divorced and his mom was always out, and we would just, get into shit. I always say I was 15, but I honestly just always say I was 15 around this time, but it was like 14, 15. Anyway, we somehow procured some 40 ounces. And
somehow.
I honestly don't remember how I think he had an older sister that might have bought him. I don't remember what the deal was, but we got 3 40s. And he invited his female friend over, and she made a brass monkey, which I had never seen at the time, but I don't think she was doing it as like a brass monkey. I think she just, because she kept going, beer's gross, I just pour orange juice in it. So she poured out like half the 40 and a bunch of orange juice. And it was warm orange juice, and it was all weird. I think the 40s were warm because, you're a kid, you can't be picky.
Yeah.
And I don't remember exactly how we got onto this. It was like a nice crisp fall day, and we were sitting out on his roof drinking 40s to 15-year-old kids. And we'd go, like, his mom had a box of his dad's shit. You look like you just saw a ghost. I looked up at you, and it scared me. Like someone was behind me to kill me finally.
I had a premonition. I don't know what to tell you.
Sick.
I had a That's So Raven moment. Nice. Nice.
So his mom had like boxes of his dad's old shit, and we'd find like a one-hitter and like a Rat album and like weird shit. Like the shit,
That's
the
what
shit
I'm
you wanna
talking
find
about.
As a 15-year-old, a lot of like naked lady playing cards and like the pens where the clothes come up, that type of
Real
shit.
man shit.
Real 80s dad shit, like like a box of perfect nostalgia. And so we're on the roof, and we were like, for some reason, we had matches, and we were like, let's go throw matches in the sewer behind like the sewer grates. And I feel like we might have done it before with, no issues. And I don't know exactly what happened this night, but there was a shit ton of leaves in there, and then I think the natural gas of the sewer. But so we threw just one match down in there, and flames shot out and started shooting out of the thing. And that's even worse because you throw a box of bullets in a fire, you can
what to
fathom
expect,
what could go wrong.
That
you throw one match in a sewer grate, and you're like, I don't know, I didn't even know why we were doing it. You're just a kid, and then flames shot out. And, like, I mean, it was, like, up to my chin, me standing on the street. They were just coming out and it scared the shit out of me. And, of course, we had just went outside, like, not even a block away. Just, like, we seen the sewer grate from the roof, jumped off the roof, threw matches in it, ran back to his house. And, yeah, you're just fucking panicking because he's like, does that fuck up everybo's toilets somehow? Does it make people's toilets blow up? And, like, nothing ever came of it. You can get me the statue of limitations is passed. So eat my dick. I also had a thing one time where I was like, probably like 10 or something, and I found a box of dynamite at a garage sale. It was like one of those military boxes, and I opened it, and it looked like dynamite, and I was like, it's probably like flares or something, but it said dynamite on it, and it looked very old, and like one had opened, and there was like what looked like gunpowder or whatever the fuck's in dynamite. So I told my mom I wanted the box and didn't tell her what was in it, and she would not. And I was like throwing a fit, like, I just want the box. It's like $3. And she's like, you don't need a box. You got a bunch of shit you don't use. In my head, I'm like, I want the fucking dynamite, Mom. Why won't you let me have the fucking dynamite?
That was God stopping you. I'm glad.
I had a neighbor that lit off a half stick of dynamite on it.
How loud was it?
So loud.
Yeah. Dynamite is incredibly loud.
He was a crazy, like one of those like really out there neighbors I had. Like one time he borrowed my baseball bat. He was like, do you have a baseball bat I could borrow? And I gave it to him thinking he was going to go play a game of baseball. But it was because someone was coming to kill him. And so he beat the man with the baseball bat and gave it back to me. He had a lot of crazy shit going on, but he would get real drunk, and on the 4th of July, he kept saying, I got a half stick of dynamite, and he showed it to us, and it was like 2 M80s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was
M80s are loud.
Yeah, because he'd had M80s before, and he would throw them in the blood bank parking lot. We live next to the blood bank, so we'd just whip them across the street. They blow up. It was a good time. And he had all these other fireworks, so we were waiting forever, and he's drunk as shit. And then it was like late, so I ended up going to bed. And I like my room had a window that faced his apartment, and then there was the blood bank.
And it shit.
No, I shit you not. I'm laying in bed trying to fall asleep, and there's like other fireworks happening in the distance, and then it was just like a boom, and my window did just rattle, and I was like, damn, I should have stayed up to see that half stick of dynamite. And I asked him the next day, and he was like, yeah, I didn't expect that. I just threw it in the street. It rolled into like the gutter, and it exploded, and it was scary, and I had to go inside and turn all the lights off.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
That's the adult equivalent of that level of panic as a kid, going inside and turning all the lights off. So when the cops drive by, they're like, oh, it wasn't him.
And as an adult, you can form so many like better alibis and shit. You know what I mean? As a kid, you're going to panic too much. As an adult, I'd be like, no, I didn't throw a fucking stick of dynamite, and you can't come into my house. And then you close the door, and they can't prove it because no one was hurt. But yeah, this was just I think a divorced man with a little girl, and he just would live a crazy life.
That's what the dynamite sounded like.
Yeah, it was just like that. Boop. But yeah, I miss the crazy shit you could do
when
as
you
a
could
kid.
just blow shit up.
Yeah. When was the last time you blew something up?
When I was 23.
See? 23 is a good year
That's
for
why I gotta live it up.
That's
baby.
That's probably the last year you can get away with blowing.
That was the last
something
time.
up.
I remember that was the last time I lit off M80s. I was like 23, 24.
Yeah, I haven't let off anything in a while. I did shoot, or no, I can't remember. Remember when I found you on 4th of July and I was mad drunk and I came to see you at Los Portales,
and my friend was mad pissed at me.
Yeah, you were just you were going. I could see on your face you were going through a lot, and we weren't as good of friends. And I was trying to get you to come over.
No, it was such a bad 4th of July. Because what happened was I was going downtown with my girlfriend at the time, and then her best friend and her best friend's boyfriend. And because her best friend and her boyfriend were moving out of state, and so it was like the last time they were going to see like a Rockford fireworks show or something, and they wanted to get food on the way there, and they were like, Uncle Nick's or Los Portales. I was like, Los Portales. I was like, it might take a minute to like come out, but like it's usually really fast, you know.
Yeah, and it's not on 4th of July.
Well, and then she ordered the shrimp fajitas, which is like, why on earth would you order such a large, complicated dish to go, you know? And so you had the most impeccable timing in the situation because I'm standing outside fretting because my girlfriend is like coming in and out of the restaurant. She's like, she is furious right now. She could rip your head off. And like, I was like, I'm really sorry, but that wasn't my fault. You know, like I can't control the restaurant service. You know, I was thinking like she was going to get a burrito to go and walk out, you know, because that takes like all of 7 minutes.
Well,
to prepare.
Anything on 4th of July downtown is going to be packed too.
Right. You know, because there was a line like pouring out of Uncle Nick's at the time. And I was like, so like you can either go stand and wait in that line in Uncle Nick's and get served one at a time, or you can go here because there wasn't like that many people inside. Yeah. And so when you came over in your Hawaiian shirt with your just your fuck it all attitude and your cigarettes,
I was so drunk I was trying to get a black eye.
I was very excited to see you because I thought you could get me out of the situation, because I was like, I got it, I'll just run away.
Well, I tried to get you to run away and you were like, no.
Well, because then
I said, come over, we're going to shoot fireworks in the Rue Marché parking lot.
Because then the second you came over and started talking to me and said that, she came out.
Yeah.
And she was like furious.
Yeah, there was a vibe. And I was like, well, I'm going to go back to drinking and getting a black eye and shooting off fireworks.
I wanted to. And I preferably wanted that so bad.
That's what's funny.
Fuck that girlfriend. Fuck that whole time in my life. I love that friend now. Me and that friend are really tight.
What I love, though.
Fuck my whole life back then. Just fuck it all.
What I love, though, is that was your life before you got so, like, intertwined with what I do. Is you used to, go and deal with that and just walk down the street. I walked over. They were shooting off fireworks. My friend, shout out Austin. I know you sometimes listen to this. They were shooting off Roman candles. I walked up and there's just Roman candles being shot everywhere. And he goes, give it to me in the chest. And the guy goes, boom, and shot him right in the chest. And he goes, too much. So you immediately went into like a fight, and I went to go watch people get shot with Roman candles. Then I watched the fireworks on the stoop of the apartment where they found that body in a trash can.
I would have preferred that.
That was my night.
I would have loved that memory.
I didn't get a black eye, but I got shit face. I was shit faced when I found you. It was a good time.
Wish I was there.
Yeah, we got to blow some stuff up.
Yeah. This 4th of July, you want to blow some stuff up? We got to blow some stuff up at the cabin.
Yeah, I'd said that, and then I'm always worried that I'm going to ruin the cabin.
We'll blow stuff up at the river.
Yeah, but then what if they, like, kick us out of the cabin?
They can't. We paid.
We just turned the lights off.
Yeah, we just no one's home.
We're drunk and still singing, just in the dark. Wet.
Just shoot dancing with the Bluetooth speaker.
With a Roman candle in our hand. Not lit, but they're like...
No, they're lit.
Yeah, they're...
We're shooting them out the window at the cops.
You won't take me alive, copper. We got
Tell them it was the Dapper Dads that sent you.
We got a 423. There's a Ray Barone and a 40s mobster. We're gonna need all the backup.
We're gonna need all
yeah,
the
I know
backup.
it's gonna take a long
Yeah,
time.
and
to
I know
get
that
here.
road is scary. I know it looks. It's
A
not haunted. I
turkey
told
vulture?
you just get down
yeah,
here.
we learned last time what a turkey vulture is. It's a scary, fucked up turkey.
Yeah,
that
the
wants
big
blood.
Yeah, the big fucked up tall guy inside won't stop screaming at us about how you can tell the difference between a hawk and a turkey vulture.
Yeah, that was the most ominous.
One's got a V-shaped wing pattern, so you can tell it's a vulture. Just shooting at me.
Yeah, that was the most ominous thing leaving the cabin.
The turkey
and in
vulture
the road, there was
eating
just
the
a turkey
squirrel.
vulture eating the squirrel, and I didn't know that could happen.
It happens all the time.
It can happen. But yeah, we got to blow some stuff up.
We just got to get blown.
Yeah, I'm trying to get blown while I'm blowing stuff off. But then she's sucking after I nod and I drop the dynamite. And I'm like, we gotta go.
She sucked
Don't
me. I
stop
can't feel my
doing
legs.
Then I blow up with dynamite.
Yeah, we could just.
I want to get sucked off so good that I fall backwards onto a dynamite plunger and blow something up.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say just fall back on a lit stick of dynamite. Like, this'll do, boys. Your head blows off.
My body blows off if I fall on dynamite.
No, it's not. The dynamite's not strong enough for a 60-foot body. It's just the head, and I catch it.
If I was gonna kill someone, I'd want to put a grenade in their mouth and just pull the pin.
Jesus Christ. A grenade? I think dynamite would be more
Lit
visually
dynamite in
appealing.
someone mouth, just jam it
I
down
thought you
their
were
throat.
gonna say up their ass.
What's worse?
Like a Uncle Sam
worse?
cartoon or something.
What's worse? Getting dynamite shoved up your ass and having it lit, or shoved down your throat and having it lit?
I think the throat is worse. I'd take the ass because I don't gotta sit there. I can still probably say like something cool as I die. Fuck you.
I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna do it with the grenade thing.
Please. I found a grenade at a garage sale one time.
But you didn't.
But the
buy
pin
it.
wasn't in it. I was like, wait a minute.
Pulled it out. You're like, this avocado just proposed to me.
What's that from?
The Simpsons.
Okay, that's what I thought. Oh. When people finally watch enough Simpsons to realize all our jokes are just stolen from the
Recycled
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Could you? I would just love to go to. Oh,
I just hear someone kill this avocado just proposed to me.
or just imagine being at a garage sale and you hear a kid like, "See, you can take the pin out," and you're just like, "Oh my god, that kid's gonna fuck."
Just
you."
picking up your wife and child. And,
Yeah. No, fuck it. Every man for themselves.
At
And you
that
guys aren't
point,
men.
yeah.
That's just a little boy and my wife.
Makes it sound like you tried to blow up a little baby boy.
6 people murdered in garage sale
Sale
fiasco. Yeah, I don't know why people are like selling bullets,
Blanks.
dynamite, and grenades, apparently. Because my first thought when I found the grenade was, I bet I could hit it with a hammer and something would happen. I don't get hurt at all, but that hammer goes
just
miles away.
Just
Someone's
flying
sitting in their house watching TV, and a hammer just
flies
flies
through the
through the
roof,
wall.
because
the
that thing's
TV.
got to pick up some momentum as it's falling. So I'm picturing through the attic, through the floor, through the kitchen table, into the basement. Holy shit! Just stick it into the
meteor.
foundation.
It's just a hot hammer. It's glowing like when they
Hot
make
like
them.
Iron Man.
Yeah, it's in the fucking floor. You're like, it's like King Arthur's explosive hammer.
King Arthur's explosive sword and dick combination.
Yeah.
It just flies off.
Oh, yeah. We gotta blow some shit up. I worked at a machine shop one time, and I don't know if I've told you this. I don't know if I've told it on here. We've said everything we've said, so here it is. And I worked at a machine shop, and they were talking about how back in the day it was fun because you could just drink on lunch. Like they'd go to the bar across the street, get hammered, come back, do whatever. And the one guy said one day that he like had like an air compressor, and he took the big gallon of milk and emptied it out. And then he made a hole for the air compressor, and he put it in there, and he started filling it with air. And he started duct taping it at the same time. And he did this for like an hour or two, some like gross amount of time, and it just got to like this huge ball. And he was like, I obviously knew at some point it was going to explode, and that was the goal, but I wanted it to be crazier because I think he had blown up regular ones. And he was like, but I was not prepared for what I had created. And this is like a very weathered, like 50-year-old man that's run a CNC machine his whole life. And he's just smoking a cigarette, like talking about it. And it blew up, and it like they had to evacuate the building. They thought like a machine,
like a bomb,
a machine had exploded, is what they assumed had happened. And so he said he was outside, and he was like, you know, like in cartoons where someone does something wrong, they're just like whistling and looking away. He was like, that was me times like 100. I was just like, yeah, the weirdest thing. I was, because they were like, wasn't that by your department? And he's like, I don't think so. It was like a little bit down. I heard it loud, but it wasn't like it was right next to me.
There was a 4th of July where I was, this is when I was with my very first girlfriend. Her family lived in Kansas, and they lived on like out in the country in Kansas. You get away with some shit out there. And so her brother-in-law took, bless his heart, I miss him sometimes. He took 500 sparklers and electrical taped them together. Have you seen this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did it once, not with 500.
Yeah, he did 500. It was this massive fat stack that we did, to the point where there was so much of a reaction to all of them going off at once that it lifted out of the ground and started flying around everywhere. So just picture 500 hot sparklers just going off in insane directions and then blowing up as it gets high enough in the air.
Yeah. See, the problem with all of this, like, people that do this shit, I don't think they're like crazy. It's because you've done little things and you're like, well, you missed that middle that sweet middle spot. You go, I've had 20 sparklers and it was cool, and now I've got 500.
So
you could have just met somewhere in the middle.
No, you got to do the 500. I, in fact, this 4th of July would love to do 500 sparklers electrical tape together and see what we could do with it.
See, there's nowhere to do that out here without the cops being involved.
We'll throw it across the fence over here.
All right, yeah, that's fine. I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, because I mean, we're so close, we can just run back over. We're playing beer darts, officer.
Yeah. You doing what?
Why don't you come learn?
Yeah, why don't you pop a squat? We'll teach you something's on fire. You're like, well, you're a cop. You can't even handle that.
Yeah, call the fire department or something, you puss, and play a game while we're waiting for them to show up.
Here, let's play with bullets. You got a gun, right?
All right, if we win, you have to give us your gun.
We just crush them.
If we win, we get to tase you, okay?
No redemption.
No redemption. He tases us because he just kills us.
Yeah. What else can we blow up? I want to really get my hands on. I
want my hands on some M80s. I want to throw them in the river.
I love Roman candles because to actually expel.
I want to get some and shoot them
like
at the river.
Robot.
Shoot them into the river this year. Is that a plan?
But we shouldn't be saying this on here. Number one, we've made a mistake. Going to do a lot of editing. Allegedly, we're not even going to the cabin this year.
No.
Yeah, we couldn't book it.
Not at all.
But hypothetically, if you were to ever be on the Mississippi, the sweet, sweet Mississippi, I just feel like you can't be. That's the problem. You can either blow up a bunch of shit or you can be drunk.
Yeah.
But putting them together, how many of your dad's friends were missing fingers?
A lot of them were construction workers. That's not fair.
Okay, but a couple of them. There was a few that were construction workers, and they didn't lose them that way. My dad had a plethora of fingerless friends.
I guess they do come in a plethora.
Yeah, they were all up to no good. Or just like, and my dad used to do this shit too. We had one thing of firecrackers that were bought, I think, before I existed. Mm-hmm. And my dad was always stingy because the cops would show up and you can't do it. It's illegal. But then that's one of the, like our dads are, where they're like, no, don't do that. But occasionally I'm going to do the shit out of this. So you're always going to be confused on what the right thing is to do. Mm. So we had them in this tin. And so over the course of our relationship, they got more and more like, you shouldn't be lighting these firecrackers. They're like fucking 15 years old. Mm. And so we'd occasionally do it. And he'd let me like put like an action figure on it, and then the older I got, he'd let me do it. And they became to where you would light the wick and the wick would disappear. Like that was, I think the last time we did it was we lit the wick and it was just gone, and then they wouldn't explode. So it'd be like a long waiting game, and you'd just be standing there drinking a beer, and then it would just explode. And it became such a fucking nightmare game that you shouldn't play. Because my dad was always like, just don't pick them up. We'll pick them up tomorrow. Or like, we'll dump some water on them, and was like thoughtful. But you'll just be standing by them.
Yeah.
And you're like, I think that one's dead, and then it would just fire off, and you're like, all right, we got to get rid of these firecrackers. Let's blow them all up right now. Because I would always say get a fire and just throw them in there, like a bunch of bullets, which I think is still a solid idea.
Still pretty tight.
Because I'd heard there's this comedian, Tommy Johnigan, and it was the first thing I thought of when I heard this. I remember him telling a story about how when he was a kid, he was like hunting with his dad and a bunch of his dad's friends, and they were camping. And his dad was like a big prankster. So at one point he picked up the box of bullets and without people seeing also picked up a handful of gravel and pretended like he dumped the bullets in his hand and threw all the gravel in the fire. And everybody took off running and he just stood there laughing. And the Tommy Johnigan was like younger and he didn't realize what had happened. So he was like, I got you guys. And then he picks up a handful of bullets and throws them in the fire. And then the dad's like, everybody, Tommy really did it, run. So he ran and it just started shooting bullets everywhere.
I just thought, everybody, Tommy really did it, run.
Yeah, because you got to be, that's the thing when shit happens is you got to be able to quickly and precisely explain
Assess the
what's
situation.
happened
Yeah.
so everybody knows.
And that's
there's
the best
bullets
way
in
to
the
do
fire.
it. Tommy
Because
really
especially
did
after
it.
you just did it as a joke, you're like, I'm not repeating the same joke twice. There's actually bullets in the fire.
Tommy really did it. Everybody run.
That's what we need to do. As a big bonfire, we throw some bullets in it, and we just see who lasts.
Yeah. That's how that's your initiation into the Dapper cult.
Yep. It's like Russian roulette, but amplified. It's like that episode of Tales from the Crypt we watched together where they kept doing Russian
And
roulette.
chopping fingers off and shit.
Yeah, I don't remember what the point of that was, but if I had to guess based off of my love of Tales from the Crypt and the couple episodes I watched the other night, it was about marrying someone and killing them for money.
Sounds about right.
Because I watched 4 the other night, and 2 of them were about killing someone for their money. Whoever invented, I guess, the comic books, but I've been reading those, and they're not as murder for money. So whoever adapted it for HBO was like, let's focus on killing your loved ones for money.
I'm about that.
You would do it?
Not my loved ones. Family.
Just people?
People I'm related to I'd kill for money.
Yeah, we'd all kill some family
I'd
for
kill
money.
some people for money.
Would you kill a drifter for money?
I'd kill a drifter for the hell of it.
Yeah, would you rip his ear off? We haven't talked about that in a while. I
Yeah.
still stand defiantly.
Oh, yeah, we
behind-
still stand defiantly that you can rip an ear off.
Yeah, I'm thinking bottom up.
I'm thinking top down.
This is why I forgot. This is why we have to do it.
Yeah, because we have to see which method works best. We each get to rip an ear, and we each get to see what happens.
Yeah, there are 2 ears. They're
That's
meant
not
for
fair,
ripping.
though, because are you right-handed?
Yeah.
We're both right-handed, and so you'd have to do it strong ways, and so you can get a good grip on this ear with your right hand, but if you're using your left hand to tear the other ear...
Just get behind him.
Yeah,
see,
see, the
I want
workshopping
those.
it. Yeah, see,
want
I like
those.
this.
I thought a lot about this.
Clearly.
Yeah, are you just pulling your ear to see?
I do
Doubling
that
down?
sometimes because like I'll get an itch right here and I pull it like this to get like in that ear fold right there, and I like pull like that, like I'm pulling it right now, and I'm like, really? That's not on there like that, you know, like that's not like it's on there, but like it's not like on there.
See, I think with your method, if you're able to pull it off, you're gonna get like
you're gonna get
of
like
the
some
ear.
cheek with it too,
And you're gonna get a lot. I think me going from the bottom, you're not gonna get like the whole ear. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It's
unless
gonna
you're like
tear
me,
around.
where you got like gauges like that, and you could just rip. See, but even if
Yeah, but I feel like
you
it's
rip
gonna pull
that,
apart. You're not gonna get this middle.
right?
Whatever
Yeah,
this
you're
whole
not gonna
shit
get
is
that.
here.
I feel like pulling down, you're gonna get that.
Yeah,
whole
you're gonna
shit
get the
there.
ear, but I don't believe you can do
either
it in
that
one
or like
solid.
all of this tears off and this is just kind of left here like that. You know, so
that'd be interesting.
that'd
So they
be
can
weird.
still hear just fine.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far at all.
Well, there's only one way to
That's
know.
a bold. Let's go find him.
Yeah.
If you are willing to get your ears ripped off by us, please let
And
us
there
know.
is a solid chance that one or both of our methods might not work. We
Yeah.
might be
You could still have ears at the end of this. You could still have ears at the end of this. Maybe.
You know how a lot of our ideas don't work out how we think.
This one will.
We don't know. We're trying to get people to take their fucking. So it probably won't work. So let's.
Papa Slim and Daddy
Yeah.
Drama touch your ears.
Don't go rip someone's ear off and then cite us.
No.
Unless you get on the news and you wear a Dapper Dad's t-shirt.
Then
and so-
absolutely do that.
Yeah.
I wish that Australian kid was Barry wearing a Dapper Dad's t-shirt when he smashed that guy with the egg.
God, I love that kid.
I love
Australia's
Barry.
just getting better and better. Yeah, we love Barry too. But
But I also love that kid.
yeah, Barry, you egg someone. Oh yeah, right at the finish, you got your fucking car egged, and I love
I
it. But
did
I
get
had
my car
no
egged.
part in it.
You really had no part in it?
No, I wouldn't fucking come all the way out here to egg your car.
You wouldn't hire someone to do it?
No, I'm not gonna pay. If someone would do it for free, I would. Float
Yeah,
the
and it was
idea
only
by
my
them.
car that was egged. Again, traditionally.
It's very specific.
They definitely got me good. They egged a vegan's car, and then they also used brown eggs, which I felt was insult to injury, because they paid more to send a message.
Yeah.
I think
How
if
many
they
eggs?
were, I say at least a half dozen.
Yeah.
I'd say if they were smart ones, they would have put eggs in my empty door handle that I have right there, but it doesn't look like they did, so joke's on them. They just got eggs all over my driver's side.
So you just walked out to go to work?
I walked out to go to work. Because here's the events as I recall them with my vehicle from the day prior. I pulled up to the house, and I had to park back quite a bit because in my usual parking spot there was a truck there because somebody was getting a piece of furniture from one of my neighbors.
Do you think it was all a setup?
Well, I just want to know why me specifically when I parked in that spot, because like I parked specifically up the road usually. You know where my usual parking spot is.
Oh, I know.
And so I usually park there, but I had to park like 5 or 6 cars back.
Yeah.
So like if you're trying to send a message to me about like me not parking in your spot, you could have just like said a note that.
Oh, I don't think it's that. I think it's very specific. I think it's on the level of someone sent you shit in the mail.
Yeah.
It's just not.
But why?
Which one's worse?
The shit.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be
the shit. I mean, the eggs are eggs. It is what it is.
It's
It
not.
rained that day and washed away 99% of it. I would still like to get, when I go fill up with gas here in the next day or two, take that squeegee and really get some of that egg off of there.
Do you think it's a listener of the show? Do you think it was a fun prank or a malicious prank?
My heart feels malicious, but I would like to think it was lighthearted. You know,
I feel like
took
if it
it
was
in a
more
lighthearted
malicious,
way.
you could do much worse things.
You could do way
Eggs.
worse things to my car than
Oh, yeah.
eggs. You know, you could have like busted my fucking windows or broke into my car or
Yeah,
something.
listeners, here's a couple ideas for you. Bust the windows,
This
get
is why
inside,
we can't give
take
away
a
my government
human
address
shit
on the show.
inside. Yeah, you live right behind Tiger Tails.
Yeah, right behind Tiger Tails.
Yeah, go find Slim. Because it's weird because you sleep in your truck and you didn't wake up when the eggs hit. And eggs hitting shit is louder than you remember.
What's crazy to me is you think I would have heard it because it was right outside of my apartment. So at some point during
That's
the
what
evening,
I mean. It's louder than
they
you
would have
remember.
they would have had to do it in like the middle of the night then.
Well, if you're gonna
when
egg
I was
something,
asleep.
you probably
Because like
2 a.m.
I traditionally hang out in my living room a lot, so I would hear like a doom 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 doom.
Yeah,
you know,
you hear eggs. That's what
and
I mean.
if it was a bunch of kids, they'd be being loud and stupid about it
And
too. You know,
laughing.
yeah. So this feels
Even
like it
the
was a
adults would probably be laughing.
but this feels like it was a methodical adult very late at night doing it.
Yeah, I feel like it was definitely in the early hours of the morning, someone egged
It's a
you.
personal thing, right?
Yeah, it was your car. When you sent it, I had no doubt that it was you because you said it was the only car.
Yeah.
That's why, and that's a message because if I was trying to do something to just like fuck someone's day over without them ever thinking it was me, I would egg some other cars. You know what I mean? Just to make it blend in. Like, okay, because if you've seen other cars egged, you'd come out and say, people
Oh,
egged
they
it.
just got the neighborhood.
Whatever. Yeah. You wouldn't think twice about it.
But no,
Move
I
on.
was specifically targeted.
It was
in this
only
instance.
your car. Your car is very easy to pick out of a lineup.
Yes, it
of
is.
a junkyard.
So who knows?
Yeah, I wonder who would do it.
I just wish someone had left a note.
Yeah,
You know, even a malicious note,
yeah.
just so I could
Like,
see
fuck
what
you,
like fuck you, you
Hope you
piece of shit
die.
for whatever, and
being
like
the
right,
worst co-host ever,
something.
yeah,
You know,
being a bad.
could have been
friend.
my ex.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but that seems silly.
It does seem silly, but if I just
But I mean,
don't
it
really
seems kind
know.
of lighthearted. Like, I think it's honestly like a joke. Like, probably someone you know who's fucking around. I think people do shit to you because they know we'll talk about it on here.
It's
I think
possible,
it's
yeah.
becoming more of a thing. So everyone go find Slim's truck and do things to it.
Please don't.
I had a very fun idea of something to do to your truck that would be lighthearted but very, very funny. And now I feel like everyone's taking the goddamn wind out of my sails.
Welcome
So
to
now I
being
have to-
semi-famous, baby.
Do something in your house.
Yeah, you've already done enough to my house, I think.
I didn't really do anything. I didn't do anything bad. What are we talking about specifically? When I puked, or when I flipped the posters, or when I put the chair in your bed, or the shoe on the sink, or the shit I took in the sink downstairs, or when I made your windows so leaky, or
I'll never forget that leaky window night. That was fucking hilarious.
that was
That was
crazy.
fucking great.
That was scary.
We go down there tonight. There's just still water like that. It's like,
Yeah, I could very much see you being like, yeah, just never got around to it.
Yeah.
It's completely ruined the floor and everything down there. Yeah, so if you egged Slim's car, you can, again,
Anonymously confess.
For the millionth time, we sincerely do not know where the submissions come from, because I would love to, like that story we read. I want to just know who that person was, because that's a badass story.
Yeah.
And we don't know any of the things unless people have said who they are, like Leonard always does and Cole has from time to time. But if you put it in there, there's no way for us to trace it unless you put your fucking actual email address in there. And we've seen the email addresses we
So
get.
yeah, if you egged me, speak up.
Yeah.
Be a man about it. Don't be a bitch.
Say it and say why you did it. You don't have to say who you are. That's fine.
Yeah,
say
just let
if
us-
it was a
let me know
joke
why.
or if you hate us. Well, not me. You don't hate me. Come egg my car, bitch. I got a hot new whip. If you egg it, I'll slice your throat and rip your ear off in that order. All right, go egg someone's car.